everyone! Welcome to the show. It's showtime. And it's court time.
Yeah.
It is me, Ida, Fire Charmer, Notek as well.
Addy.
And we have Kutz.
Yo.
Unfortunately, Kudu couldn't come because she is in travel to a convention. Or something was that, or not, right? Did I got that right?
Yeah.
Okay, then
Go to Con
and I'm not
Environment,
necessarily, not necessarily crazy. Anyway, for everyone on Twitch, here's everyone's socials or Twitch channels, and also welcome to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm multi-streaming today for my very first time.
Nice.
We'll see how that goes.
This will be exciting.
I've checked. I've been online on YouTube now, and we're going to make it all work. Hopefully. I don't have to say, like, because this is my first time on YouTube, we don't have plugins in YouTube and whatnot because it's mostly Twitch integrated, and I'm a part of YouTube, so I hope I'll be able to build an audience there as well. Just in case Twitch banhammer on VTuber starts to go down on me as well.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what prompted me to actually try and multi-stream. Because we need to make our backup beds just in case.
Yeah.
But yeah, today we're in for some Ace Attroney, and I'm not talking Apollo Justice Ace Attroney. We are gonna switch over to investigations.
So this is the surprise.
Oh.
Yeah, that's just the surprise. Why? Because Kudu is not here, and we're in the final case for that game.
Yeah.
So we might as well. Okay, I have streaming issues, but I think streaming this the capture software to to Discord in this quality is not great. Put back on 30 FPS and 47. Okay. So yeah, this is the twist that I'm having. So because we can't have it with Kudu, we're just gonna start a new game on Ace Attroney Investigations. I mean, it's only the introduction stage, so she won't miss out that much. Right?
Eh?
Me hope.
Right?
We can hope.
We can hope. Well, I know that she's a simp for all Ace Attroney, and she'll probably miss this as well, just as much. But not as much as the missing out on the final case on Apollo Justice. So we're going to start a new game. Because this is a Miles Edgeworth game, he's a prosecutor. And we have a resident prosecutor, Kutz. So, hope your vocals are ready for that. And I hope you're ready to read a lot.
Right or not, I guess. Fucking matter. I'm here anyway.
Okay.
It's happening.
But it's happening. That's for sure. So yeah, we're going to start this. Kudu, as soon as the new game starts, we're having like an auto scroll text cutscene with Miles Edgeworth already.
Oh, so I should be prepared.
Yes. And
Okay.
no tech, you'll probably have to play the culprit in this case.
Alright.
In that cutscene, so be prepared, you both. I'll be Edgeworth's trusted companion Gumshoe, as we already did with Apollo Justice.
Alright.
So here we go, new game. Turnabout Visitor. Episode 1, Turnabout Visitor. March 14th. 1:16 a.m. Question marks. This is the culprit. Ah.
Oh.
Huh?
That wait, there's multiple.
Why?
There's multiple people here.
I go this far. I'm playing a victim. You
That
don't-
fucking crazy
Okay.
hair.
Sorry, maybe I wasn't clear enough, but a guilty verdict is all that matters to me. No matter what the cost.
Bang.
Funny how they're already revealing who the culprit is, huh?
Wasn't that
I'm
always
a
what they do?
prodigy among prosecutors.
Oh no, this is
Always
this is
have
Edward.
been.
Oh no, wait,
Oh.
this is you. Probably you.
I don't know. That's
I
what's
don't know either.
confusing me.
There is no like.
You don't know either.
It's been a while. Anyway, here we go. Mount Chatsworth here.
Holy shit, he's walking? What the fuck?
Oh yeah, it is the first time you've encountered this game, huh?
This is gonna be weird. It's hard to believe that I've been away from my office for a whole month.
Seeing as the text space, NoText Head is covering some of the text, so we definitely need to read it all.
Here, you
Understood.
can lower me into the next to chat.
Inside the desk.
You could put me in the prosecution little area.
I can move you.
I hope Detective
along.
Gumshoe has been keeping an eye on my office, keeping it clean. Oh my god. The door is unlocked. Detective Gumshoe? What's this smell? It's very familiar. Blood? Uh-oh. Hey, buddy. What the? What's the meaning of this?
NoText here.
Breeze.
Culprit. I love how they are now letting the freaking culprit in shadows.
Yeah.
Identify yourself.
Shut up.
Got some nerve committing murder in a prosecutor's office. But is that a threat? Let me make one thing very clear.
What?
No one gets away with committing murder in my office. No one.
Yeah, you just walked away. What's going on here?
Howdy.
Oh, Kudu, we thought we couldn't have you miss out on the final case. We're just playing the first case of an entirely different Ace Attorney.
My name is Miles Edgeworth. And I walk.
I walk as a
I
prosecutor.
walk as a prosecutor. And I work as a prosecutor in my local district. Little did I know that upon my return home after a month abroad, I would be thrusted into a multitude of cases, some very frantic and busy days.
How is your travel going, Kudu? You doing okay?
Look at them all.
Sorry? 10 minutes late. Aw. Sprites are adorable. Yeah, I know, right? finished photographing the victim's body, sir.
Very well. Continue your investigation.
Yes, sir. Ah! Mr. Edwards, sir! Are you okay, sir?
Keep it down, detective. This is a crime scene.
When I heard the murder has taken place in your office, I ran down here straight away.
I don't know why my brain... it immediately read it as, this is a dick.
No!
This is Dick Gumshoe. He's a detective with the local precinct. And the one they assigned to handle this murder case for the time being.
You're looking a little pale, sir. Are you hurt?
I just looked that way. No, I'm perfectly fine. However...
Ugh. Look at what they did to your office. It's totally trashed.
I'll say. The culprit sullied my floor with dirt rather well. No one gets away with tracking mud into my office. You know, not the body, just the dirt.
Uh-huh. I wonder, can
Uh-huh.
you on the fly switch sprites? No, you can't.
What do you mean switch sprites? To what?
Oh, do you want to see? Here, let me save real quick. Let me save real quick, and then we go to the main menu for now.
Oh, I think I already know what he is meaning. I just now realized.
So, the original game came out for the 3DS.
Hmm.
So the art style has also pixel, the original pixel art style, or a sprite art style. But yeah, you see that they added quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I kind of want to change the voice to English after all, because Mouse Edgeworth's objections are just great in English already.
Mhm.
Now, all pixelated is really cool, but if you're playing it on a very big screen, it kind of looks really, really pixelated.
Yeah.
Has its charm, though.
Mhm.
Oh, sounds like you're getting really burned over a whole thing.
This crime was committed in my office, so it is my responsibility to solve it.
Oh, that's just like you, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, time to do some investigating.
Agreed. Our first course of action is to gather relevant facts and leads. We must not overlook anything. No matter how small, we are to find the truth. So I'll keep any leads or information we find etched in the forefront of my mind. Which you can open by just pressing A.
Not at all.
Speaking of things that pique my curiosity. Why of all places did the murder occur in my office? I get the nagging feeling that this is something important to keep in mind.
Yeah, I was wondering that myself, sir. I mean, you can't really say it's just coincidence, can you?
No, not really. Especially because of this.
The key to your office? What do you mean, sir?
If you think about it carefully and use logic, it should become clear to you.
Logic?
Finding the connection between two pieces of information. And connecting them, new information is born. That is the end result of using logic.
So, how do you use it?
First, I recall the information we've gathered with and then I connect them together with X.
Wow.
To use L. Cover the facts.
Okay, we have the crime scene, and the key. So we need to bind those two together.
Bam! For security reasons, all prosecutor doors are outfitted with locks.
I hope that all the doors in any
would hope
place
too,
are
Jesus.
outfitted with locks, really.
Yeah.
Except for the restroom. But okay, that one has locks as well if you're inside it.
Yeah.
Nah, I've seen like restrooms in regular like office places where they are actually like locked, unless you have like
Wow.
a code number. People are crazy.
Mm.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Which means it would have been hard for the murderer and the victim to get in here. Ergo, it's impossible to dismiss the location of this crime as mere coincidence.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking, sir.
There must be a reason why someone infiltrated my room. What was the killer after?
You're really on the ball today, Mr. Edgeworth. That's some beautiful logic, sir.
Yes, well, when you follow the leads to their conclusion, only the truth remains. However, if the information doesn't line up properly, I may stray far from the truth as well. But if I think carefully before piecing... Oh my god! But if I think carefully before piecing leads together, the logic should flow.
If I think carefully before reading the words together, a little sentence might be coming out, bro.
Perhaps!
I mean, I suffer from that quite often as well. But there's also sort of some bit of dyslexia. Okay.
Well, let's get started with our investigation, shall we?
Yes, sir.
It's a mix of like trying to do the voice and then also reading at the same time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because usually it's not this bad, but I'm like so focused on making him sound good.
I understand that. The basis for our name of a good investigation is to examine everything, sir.
I know that. When I want to examine something, I simply use "hey" when I'm next to it. I'm gonna do that every time.
Oh, if you ever feel lost, you just talk. If use X. Okay? I'll give you a great piece of advice as an ace investigator, sir.
Something to try later if I have free time, I suppose.
So, yeah, in this game, you can walk around on the field. See?
Wow!
We can pretty much sprint around. Oh,
Wait,
no.
turn him around?
Oh,
Like, face up. Okay. Anyway.
It's it has sprites for every dimension, don't you worry.
Do you have anything to report?
Go ahead, no tech.
Sir, yes, sir. Nothing out of the ordinary right now, sir. And yet, there's something out of the ordinary right in front of my eyes.
Talk about a contradiction.
Something out of the ordinary, huh? I should look around a bit more. What have we here? Could this perhaps be the murder weapon? If so, it would mean that the killer made their escape after disposing of their gun here.
I think I've seen one of those before.
I would sure hope you have.
Yeah?
Care to enlighten me as to where?
Oh, I know. I was issued an exact same model. I think.
Good. Detective.
I don't really like guns all that much. I mean, they're really dangerous. But now that I think about it, you don't see this model around the precinct a lot, sir. I don't use mine much, except in emergencies, so that's why I didn't recognize it.
So it's the same type of revolver as the ones used by this precinct's detectives.
Ha! I even knocked over your chess set. I had it all set up, ready for you to get for you when you got back. Figured we could play a few games.
Aww. I had no idea you were interested in chess.
I'm actually pretty good at checkers, so I thought we'd give it a try.
In that case, I suppose I can set some time aside after we solve this case.
Oh.
Though I don't expect the games to tax my mental acuity much.
Not off checkers, that is.
They finished photographing the body, so it should be alright to examine this area. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Okay.
Ew, blood.
Ew, blood.
Ew, blood.
Eats blood.
Let's see here. There's blood all over his lower abdominal area.
Looks like a bullet passed clean through his stomach area, sir.
In other words, he was shot.
Yup, and until the autopsy is done, I don't think we'll know much more than that.
Please have the body sent to the morgue once they're done processing the crime scene.
Are you going to be okay keeping track of the evidence we found, sir?
Of course. This is the safest way I know to keep track of it all.
Alright, if you say so.
I keep all of the evidence I find either in or with my organizer. When I want to re-examine a piece, I have but to press R to open my organizer. But it's not only for evidence. I keep people's profiles on hand in it too. It's probably a good idea to make a habit of checking the facts often.
So yeah, we have a tab for our evidence and the profiles. And we have a tab for our logic. Why did this happen in the office? And we have found a revolver. But we don't have... It probably doesn't have a relation to each other yet.
What do we have here?
I think I've seen one for one of these before. The police badge detective. Oh, it's yours.
It's a police badge, detective.
Oh, I have like the exact same thing, actually. What a coincidence!
Let's take a look inside. Mr. Buddy Faith. Oh, he was cute. It appeared that our victim was a detective just like you. I seem to have gathered a few pieces of pertinent information. Now to calmly use some logic and figure out if any of them are connected to each other.
Wow, I wonder what? A gun of the freaking detectives and a detective? Do you think that will fit?
Well, let's find out.
Wow.
Oh, well, I was asking the prosecutor himself. He's using logic.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you did that with Phoenix and everyone else. The revolver, the standard model used by detectives.
We'll come up later as well once we get multiple attorneys in one game. So.
Oh.
I mean, after we're done in Apollo Justice, we have like the next two games, and they have like 3 attorneys in one game. So.
God damn. Could it have belonged to our recently departed? Detective Gumshoe, could you please thoroughly check the victim's body one more time?
Sir, yes, sir. On it now, sir. Excuse me, pal. Let's see what you got here. Research which, sir, this guy was wearing a gun holster.
So it appears that our killers somehow managed to take the victim's gun from it. Let's see what else we can find about this revolver.
I always say you gotta look for really carefully at each piece of evidence. You can use right stick. Rotate the object. There is no such thing as a bad angle. Use L and R to zoom in and out at the nitty gritty.
The bullet, how many bullet? Oh.
Look at that, only one.
It looks like only one round was fired from this.
Wow. So the killer of killed the Vic with just one shot after wresting the gun from him? Sounds like a guy knew how to handle a gun, huh, Mr. Edgeworth?
We have no proof for now, but that is a distinct possibility. Let's give the body a once-over.
This is probably
did I
older.
read this?
It's older. Like dialogue, yeah.
Yeah.
Because this game doesn't checkmark whatever you. Oh, now it does. Just had additional dialogue.
It just didn't do it for a moment, yeah.
No, it has additional dialogue like what is this?
Oh, it has name on it.
I don't believe it. I packed those files on these shelves so tight. But even an earthquake couldn't make them fall off. Just look at them. At this rate, the rest of the files won't be able to withstand an earthquake at all.
A problem to be sure. Well, once the investigation is over, we'll put them back up on the shelf.
We can't investigate the clearly
what the fuck?
written stuff on there.
It literally says gum upside down, but they're not paying attention to that.
Why would they?
Your case files are all over the floor, sir.
They probably fell during the struggle between the victim and his killer.
I'm going to subdue Gumshoe slightly. The gritty really makes my throat hurt.
You're fine.
You're good.
Aw, I tried so hard to keep this place spotless while you were away. I mean, it's just rendered all the time and effort I put in pointless.
I don't recall ever asking you to clean my room.
I want them flowered every day, just like you were requested, sir. I just added cleaning to the list and as a weekend special. For a half a day every Saturday, I'd come in and clean this place until it sparkled.
Oh my god.
Does he have a life? Edgeworth, that's mean. He's been helping you.
Free of charge as well, if that Edgeworth doesn't pay out.
Just because he respects you, don't be mean to this man. He's a treasure. I guess this is all we're going to find out. We should send the body to
I think this is you going to attack.
Jim!
He's dead, Jim.
Why, oh why? How could this have happened to a guy like you?
Are you all right?
Don't touch me. Leave me alone. Just let me be.
Sorry, but I can't do that. The investigation is still ongoing, so please refrain from touching the body.
The body? The body? Don't talk about him like he's just some lump of flesh. Look at him. Jim looks like he's just turned in for the night.
His name isn't even Jim.
Sure. Just bloodstained shit, pal.
Where are my manners?
Aren't you that prosecutor?
Why, yes I am. I'm Jacques Sportsman, prosecutor.
Jock sportsman?
Sportsman.
Jim here was my partner in crime, busted.
I'm Miles Edgeworth. Like you, I am also a prosecutor.
Detective Gumshoe, sure, sir.
So you're Miles Edgeworth. I guess this is your office?
Yes, that is correct.
Then it was you! You're the one who killed Jim!
Hey! Don't go around jumping to conclusions, pal. Just calm down, okay?
I will not! I know how things work around here. High prosecutor's office doors all have locks built into them. And only the owner of the office has the key to his or her own office door.
That is correct. However, I was not the one who killed your partner.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth has been overseas on business trip this whole time, pal. And the key to the door was with me the entire time, okay?
Oh, so
But
was you?
You idiot.
the only one who could get in here was me. Wait, that means... I'm not sure what that means.
Oh, so is you dead? You're Jim's killer.
No way, pal! You've got it all wrong!
Everyone calm down! Mr. Portsman, correct? If you're a real prosecutor, you should know to stay collected. The investigation has only just begun. Isn't it too early to be drawing conclusions?
Alright, I get the point. You're right, my mistake. I tend to get a little too hot-headed sometimes. You sure are one cool customer, though, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard all the rumors about you. You're the great genius prosecutor. You're something of a legend, you know. Anyway, let's call a truce and work together, okay? Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal?
Pleasure to work with you.
You guys were conducting your investigation, right? Sorry for barging in like that. Carry on then. It's your room after all.
Thank you. I intend to.
I just want a little more time to say goodbye to Jim. You there.
Sir?
I want you to capture this scene on film for me. My final farewell to my partner, Jim.
His name isn't fucking Jim. I should probably give them some space.
Uh-huh. And now we'll be investigating this part, right? Because that became
I guess
clear.
so. I hope we can solve this case quickly. I'd like to return to relaxing on this sofa.
This thing looks like a billion times softer than my mattress at home.
That would be because I'm rich.
Can I sit on it too? Just for a little while, sir?
Detective Gumshoe, you know I can't allow that. Why not? Until this case is solved, neither of us has time to spare, let alone rest.
You're right, sir. I'm gonna work hard and be real trooper to the end.
Even once this case is over, I don't think he can afford to take any time off. So let him sit on your couch.
Ah, your jacket, sir! What's it doing on the floor?
It must have fallen off the wall when the killer tried to threaten me by firing a round.
The killer not only shot the victim, but they shot the jacket as well. They're to shoot the ultra special jacket that you made for your prosecutorial debut in. You in?
He's such a fanboy, I love him.
But if they shot through it, would have been disaster.
It's not worth getting worked up over, Detective. Not when there's something more here.
Huh? Like what?
I take it you haven't noticed it yet, Detective. There's a giant contradiction right here in front of us.
Really?
Did I say contradiction? He must be rubbing off on me. Starting to sound like him.
Oh, yeah, he's referring to Phoenix, right?
You'll never get away from me. I'm always in your mind.
What is this, fucking Batman Arkham Asylum?
No, Tech. That you should have done not gritty because this is before he became a bum.
It's his alter ego, clearly. He's had it forever.
Mm-hmm.
But I must have my own methods, and I will conduct this investigation my way. The scene before me contradicts a piece of evidence. Seems off. That's when my deductive skills come into play. Yeah. First, I have to find the spot that holds the contradiction.
Bullet hole.
This is it. The bullet hole where the contradiction lies. When I spot something that's off, I should point my cursor at it and press X with conviction. What is this, fucking Persona?
Persona!
When I've found sufficient proof to prove the contradiction, I present it. This is how I do things. Good to know.
Yeah, I already know it's the revolver because it only had one fire shot, and the
Yeah.
victim is dead, and the freaking painting has like a, well, no, the frame has like a bullet hole, so that's 2 bullets.
Eureka?
Yes, Eureka.
Eureka!
Eureka!
This bullet hole is the contradiction.
What do you mean, sir?
It's elementary. 2 shots were fired in this room.
And I almost thought you were going to add Dale
Right.
Watson or something. It's elementary, my dear Watson. My dear Gumshoe.
My dear Gumshoe. First felled the victim. And the second felled this frame.
Hey, that's right!
However, this gun was only fired once.
Hey, that's true too.
Which means that one of these 2 bullets was fired from a different gun. Killer have another gun prepared for tonight.
By the way, I noticed something too, sir.
Yes?
What's that thing sticking out from behind the frame?
Ah, that. It's a secret safe.
A secret safe? I smell money.
I'll spare us the trouble and just say it. Nothing like what you're imagining is inside. Now, if you could kindly move this frame out of the way.
Roger that! Talk about Dusty.
I suppose that's what happens when I'm not here to dust it once in a while.
I had no idea there was a safe there. I would have kept it clean for you, sir. So when did you put this thing in?
It wasn't something I had installed personally. Every prosecutor's office has one.
Really? I had no idea.
Well, only prosecutors are supposed to have knowledge of their existence.
So what's inside, Mr. Edgeworth?
Right now, nothing. We only use them to store especially important evidence when trial is in session.
That's it? Talk about squeezing my hopes and dreams.
I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, like the part over the... Yeah, there it is. Now, this is odd.
Found something, sir?
this keypad. Do you
Now,
find it to be a bit too clean?
right now, it has my personal snack collection. Oh no!
I have a phoenix shrine in there, therefore I will never open it for
we all think of Mister Right. Yeah, there's a thick layer of dust all around it, but not on the keypad itself.
You there, the forensic scientist.
Yes, sir.
Could you please dust this area for fingerprints?
You got it, sir. Couldn't find, let alone lift. Lift a single print. Looks like it was wiped down as well.
As I thought. It appears that logic is the only way around this setback. Time to rationally and calmly connect the dots with the information we have.
Connect the dots.
Connect the dots.
See. The killer's real goal was probably to save them, right?
Fingerprints.
Like this?
Oh yeah, definitely. I didn't think at first. I didn't know that you could like put together ones from the same side there.
Oh yeah. In the DS version, it was actually.
Oh, there we go.
In the DS versions, these were actually like orbs floating around in a space. Like puzzle piece orbs. In this version, they just made it like a menu here. And then a remake. Well, in the remaster. So we probably have this one then.
Yeah.
I think. Would be the best kind of like connection, right?
Yeah. I believe I figured out what the murderer was after.
Oh, what is it, sir?
The fact that the safe was wiped clean of fingerprints suggests the criminal had at least attempted to open my safe, making the culprit's motive for breaking and entering theft, I believe. I wonder if knowing that the motive behind this break-in was theft changes what the other pieces of information could tell me about this crime.
It could be a sign of trouble. The struggle is because of the theft that he was like found out, right?
Yeah.
You can try.
Bing. There's a possibility that the files splayed on the floor are not the result of a struggle between the victim and his killer.
Oh, you mean like it could be when the killer tried to find something, sir?
Precisely. We need to figure out if any of the files have been stolen.
Yes, sir. Gonna shelf, yeah. On a shelf files like you've never seen before, even after the library.
Sure. Let's give that a try.
No,
Why do all the good ones always die young? Surely you must ponder that every once in a while, oh, Mr. Edgeworth.
No matter how much we lament, the dead will not come back to life. All we can do is search for the truth.
And so what are we supposed to do? How do we go about finding the truth?
First, we calmly restore the files to their original place. Rightful place. Bleh.
You got it. Here, let me help.
So, this fella goes here, and this book goes there.
You sure know a lot about where things go, despite it being Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Because I'm the one who cleans it tidy, pal. Okay? Done.
It would appear that the murder was definitely committed here.
The bloodstains on the bookshelf are still fresh.
Why are the hands facing that direction? What, did he do a fucking handstand? I suspect the victim was killed in a standing position, hence the prints on the shelf. Oh, he was against it. Okay, I see.
And when the guy fell on the floor, right? The blood on the floor kind of is grossing me out.
Detective, I don't have the time to deal with your weak stomach right now.
You know, I'm not good with blood, sir.
I'm certain there's nothing... I'm certain there's something wrong with this picture.
I wonder how Gumshoe made it to detective if he's not good with blood. Like, how?
No, must be why he's a detective and not a police officer, but... It appears that the victim was in a sitting position here after being shot.
Oh, so why the seat of the victim's pants has blood on it?
That would be the logical conclusion. Sorry, it's stretched.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh, fudge. I pressed the wrong button. To just press A on it. So this is where the bullet lodged itself after it went through the victim, huh? Or a bullet... Oh, this is your...
The bullet to be lodged so squarely in the file spine indicates that the files were ransacked after the shooting had occurred.
And I guess the victim wasn't moved because he was in the killer's way? I put them all back, just as you should be, sir. Doesn't look like anything's missing.
Although it does look like the killer moved the body to flip through my shelves. I wonder if they found what they were looking for.
The victim's handprints.
He must have tried to support himself with his hands here after being shot.
There are prints on the floor too.
Those must have been made when, unable to stay standing, he dropped to the floor.
Already investigated that.
Killer moved the body because it was leaning against the bookshelf.
Blood on Nick's guy's pants proved that pretty well.
In a sense, I suppose.
See? I'm not completely useless, Mr. Ashworth.
Aww.
Do we have anything that we can deduce from something? Abdomen.
I have no clue.
It was shot in his abdomen, so if he was standing, would the shot not have been somewhere here? Where abdomen is the lower body, right?
It's weird that it would be like... He was definitely shot on the ground at the very least.
So isn't the location of this file with the hole in it?
Oh, actually, that should be on top. Because yeah, I just realized, because 0A, 0B, that should be above 1A and 1B.
So this one?
I think so, yeah.
There was clearly a contradiction here with the bullet hole.
What do you mean, sir?
You don't see. Quite simply, the bullet hole itself is too low. If the victim was shot in the stomach, the hole would be much higher up.
And if the guy was shot while he was standing or laying down, sir.
That would be illogical. The victim leaned against the shelf here after being shot, which suggests that he was standing when he was shot.
And that means... Wait, what does it mean, sir?
It means you need to use your brain every once in a while instead of mine, Detective. In any case, it means someone made a faulty assumption. And it was from this mistake that our current contradiction was born. What is the faulty assumption that caused this problem with the bullet hole's position? The order of the files.
Hey.
I believe the order of the files is a bit off.
You mean I put him back in the wrong order just now? Hey, actually, I think the labels on the files are wrong, sir.
Oh?
Yeah, you see. Here's how the files were shot. Yeah. You see here how the files are where the shot begins with the number 0. What are those doing all the way down for there after 1 and 2 and 3? Pretty weird.
Actually, the way they're organized now is the correct order. They're exactly as I see them in my mind's eye.
The numbers are out of order.
Those white binders are special, so they're arranged a little differently. But from this, we know that the files were not in this order when the crime occurred. Aha! So that's it. I believe the killer made the same incorrect assumption as you just did, Detective. Let's rearrange the files in numerical order and see what we find out.
Do you think it would be okay to prop the body back up to how it was before it was moved?
They finished processing the crime scene, so I don't see why it wouldn't be. You're messing around with a dead body. Come on. If you please, Detective Gumshoe. As I suspected, bullet hole is now where it should logically be. Killer went through my files first before shooting Mr. Faith.
And then put the files back in numerical order, I guess.
Exactly. And then proceeded to shoot the victim.
Why would someone kill a man and then look through your files one more time?
Puzzling indeed. The files were thrown into disarray twice. Once before and once after the crime. Why? Now the crime scene's as it was at the time of the murder. Time to give it another look.
Hey, look, we have a missing file here.
And there, and it looks like they misspelled
this-
Gumshoe's name.
Yeah.
Gumso.
This...
What is that? Why does it say gumshoe in blood?
This is Gumsoda Gumshoe.
Oh, it says gumshoe. The E is
Where's the H?
Well, that's certainly not an S right there at the end.
Oh, that looks like an S to me.
It's a little too straightened.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see.
It looks curved for me. Then again, it is upside down, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
This is your line, Notic.
Oh, sorry. I'd say this is some incredibly incriminating evidence.
Yes, indicative of criminal activity indeed.
No, wait. There's gotta be a mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Please help me. There's something, but say something, sir.
It appears that one of my files was stolen.
Is that all, sir? What about me, my situation, sir?
Is this what the killer was really after?
Looks like Jim was able to leave us the name of his killer in the end. Oh, shit. And this most important message managed to reach us.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me.
You can't be terribly pleased to hear that your beloved partner is the guilty party.
If you're going to accuse Detective Gumshoe of being the culprit, I sincerely hope you have some proof to back it up.
Jim's words, they're more than enough, wouldn't you say?
No. If that's how you want to play it, then at least allow me to understand your reasoning.
You got it.
I don't like this one bit. There's something strange about this man's attitude. There must be some sort of flaw to his logic waiting for me to dig it out.
Mr. Ashworth, what are you going to do?
What I always do in court, I'm going to cross-examine him. One way or another, I'll expose the flaw in his logic with this technique.
Oh. How do you do that? Can you explain it to me, sir? We already know how cross-examination works.
Maybe
so-
some other time, Gumshoe. Mr. Portsman, if you are ready.
Ah, you didn't have the time. You could have just said so, sir.
Why won't he just... He's so mean.
Detective Gumshoe, you stole Jim's gun from him and shot him dead. Furthermore, you messed up the files to make it look like you had committed theft instead. That's when you moved Jim's body that was sitting in front of the bookshelf. But thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters of his body was hiding. It'll be by his final words that you will be brought to justice.
Then you intend to argue that the victim's dying message points to his killer.
I can hear Jim's voice and he's calling for his killer's arrest.
Are you sure you're not mishearing his words, Mr. Portsman? There is no way Detective Gumshoe is the culprit here. I will find the flaw in this man's logic and expose it with credible evidence.
First, you got your friend's name wrong.
Exactly. You don't even fucking know him.
Indeed.
Sorry.
Okay,
I'm a buddy faith defender.
It's up to you what we do. Press or present. So, you already saw something, then
Okay, so let's see. Well, press always gives new information regardless of what it's against, right?
yeah, sometimes.
Excuse me.
Like, you usually press every statement anyway.
Not really, not always.
Oh, really?
If we find the contradiction early, then we can just straight.
Oh, okay.
straight
Well, then go to
that
the go to the next one real quick. Okay. Keep going. Okay. One more time. His body was hiding. Go back one. No. There you go. That one.
Press it?
Because
Or do you have some evidence that can?
where he was shot. Right? Or is that not?
Oh, this is.
No, it's not in there. Okay. Press it.
We can press stuff. Let's go
Yeah.
to the beginning and press stuff.
Hold it!
You know, there's something I've been meaning to ask.
Hmm? What is it?
Why do you call the victim Jim? When clearly his name is Buddy Faith.
Isn't it obvious? Jim is the perfect name for my companion. Jacques and Jim. Don't those two names go together like peanut butter and jelly?
But Jim isn't even close to this guy's real name.
Well, Jacques and Buddies just sounds off somehow. Besides, he was the third of a bunch of guys I decided to nickname Jim. It's like just a posse of Jims.
Ah, yes, your name shall be Jim.
He talks about the victim like he was his pet.
Hold it!
Yet Gumshoe didn't even know the actual order of these books.
No, he...
You really think it was necessary to dishevel my shelves twice to do that?
That's true. Okay, then maybe his real intent was theft.
Hey! Are you accusing me of stealing something from Mr. Edgeworth?
It's a possibility. Maybe your salary's been cut so much that life's getting a little too rough to handle.
I'll have you know that I eat 3 square meals for every day, pal. Okay, so all of 3 of them happen to be instant noodles, but...
No, Gumshoe.
Poor thing. What an evil prosecutor you were paired up with. And what a motive, no?
Hold it!
And why would Detective Gumshoe do such a thing?
Because the body was getting his way. He had to mess up your bookshelf somehow, right? Anyway...
Hold it!
Why do you think that the killer didn't notice the bloody letters?
The body was covering it quite well, wouldn't you say? That's how he missed it.
Only after the body was moved.
But judging by what I've seen, it doesn't take much for your detective to miss something.
Why do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You know nothing about me, pal.
There's a lot a person can understand about another from first impressionists alone.
I can't say I disagree with him on that point.
Why don't you say something, sir? Huh? Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Despite his lack of attention to detail, I don't believe the detective to be the culprit. Just a moment, wait.
Okay. I'm eating.
Okay.
Damn.
Nobody could have overlooked the bloody letters, and I can prove it. With evidence. So you do have
I
the...
couldn't ask for a better setup. For the game finishing spike.
We have...
Yeah. So the body...
I'll save real quick.
Yeah. Because who knows, I may just be stupid.
No, it's fine. You are not stupid. So, you say the body.
Wait, okay. Thanks to that, you didn't notice the bloody letters his body was hiding. Clean through his abdomen. What does the letters one say?
Oh yeah, we can see the words behind his head with the...
Yeah, you can
But it's
clearly
white
see the
behind.
words still.
Ah, okay, yeah, then definitely the picture of the body.
Nope. Nope. I didn't hear a stop in the music.
So no, it's not that? What the fuck?
Maybe it's,
Maybe
Maybe-
we need to look at the picture again and then click it.
No, it's probably the
But it clearly
Falcons after all.
Like re-looking at the evidence in it, because when we looked at the picture of the body before, they didn't even notice it was
No,
there.
I think it's this one. Because if he...
Okay.
Okay. What is the contradiction here?
It's upside
You
down.
didn't notice the bloody letters. How can you not notice the bloody letters if you're stealing one of the files?
Oh my god. Okay, you've got a very good point there. Yeah, it's that one. It's that one.
Objection, achievement awarded.
Perhaps you're not aware, Mr. Portsman, but there's a serious flaw in your logic.
Bringing a bit of the courtroom into this, I see. No problem. I'm game. It's time to get your game on. Sorry.
I can't help but find it odd.
Excuse me?
Odd that a fellow prosecutor would be brought down by the power of his own office.
What are you talking about? Oh, you're joking. I get it.
If you have the time to laugh, then you have the time to take another closer look at this. Get his ass. Do you still not see? If not, may I direct your attention to the missing file?
What? That's impossible.
What's impossible, Mr. Portsman?
Nothing.
The files on that shelf are all about a certain case. When the killer went to take the file after murdering your partner, I highly doubt they could have missed the bloody letters written on the spines.
Objection! It's possible that they could have taken the file before committing the murder.
I think it's pretty obvious that the file was stolen after it was written on. The missing letters in the detective's name where the file should be is proof.
Yeah, I mean, yes is gone, and there is only half of an H.
If Detective Gumshoe really was the culprit of this case, I highly doubt that he could even overlook his own name written in blood on the files. Especially as a detective who can't stand the sight of blood. Damn, that flexibility.
Which means what exactly? What does it make of the dying message?
It makes it the work of criminal intent on tampering with the crime scene.
That's low! I can't believe the criminal tried to pin the whole thing on me, sir! I'm gonna get him, sir! You'll see! I'm gonna have them under arrest in no time!
Well, Mr. Portsman,
Brilliant! Absolutely splendid! Logic deserving of Olympic gold!
I appreciate the praise, but it doesn't change the fact that your reasoning is flawed.
You win some and you lose some. That's how life goes.
Not everyone's Sherry, even though I feel more dead than alive.
But you know, it really is a shame. I really didn't want to have to bring this up, however.
What is this time? Are you still after me, pal?
Humor me for a second. Who has the key to this office?
That would be me. But Mr. Edgeworth will prove that I'm innocent, pal.
What?
What?
Sir,
That's
what are you
absolutely
doing?
right, and I acknowledge your innocence.
Then why do I sense that you still have something to say? What the fuck are you doing? You are not a curtain. You do not close
Well,
it
I was
open.
thinking, did you know that there is one other person with a key to this office?
One other person?
Hey, you there!
This investigator was you, so no tech.
Yeah. Yes, sir. What is it, sir? Would you kindly fetch and escort that lovely young lady here for me?
I'm sorry, who?
Oh, I think I know who. Mrs.
Hey.
Munch 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 Munch.
Lady.
Probably not.
The girl is a member of this building's security. Think of her as a material witness.
Security? Did you say security? No. Stop it, pal, don't!
What's wrong with him all of a sudden?
I believe she needs no introduction. I have called upon Miss Maggie Bird, a member of security.
So,
I don't
Okay,
know if that's supposed
so-
to be beard or bird.
This is
I'm
a...
guessing bird.
Okay, so this is a character
Sorry.
from Ace Attroney 2, where in the first case that you're actually defending for the very first case of that game, actually defending her in court because she was like found guilty of killing her own boyfriend.
Mhm.
But she was found guilty, and she's actually the kind of character that is really unlucky in life.
mhm.
Oh my lord. So now he's gonna try to pin her. Okay.
So
It's
is she
Vince
only
Gilligan.
around for this case?
I think so.
Okay. I can do it if you want.
No, you're already at work. Notech has the other prosecutor, so maybe I should try it.
Okay.
Detective
It's up to you, man.
Gumshoe, Maggie.
Miss Bird is the security guard on watch tonight.
I see. And your point is?
My point is that she could very well have used it. And by it, I mean the master key, which can open all the office doors in this building.
What?
If you're not the guilty party, Detective Gumshoe, then the only other person with access to this room is Miss Bird.
How dare you? I would never sneak into someone's office room. That's right. I refuse to believe that Maggie's the culprit, pal. It was me. That's right. I did it.
Can we take that as confession, Detective?
Oh, it wasn't really me, but it definitely wasn't Maggie, pal. So yeah, it was me. It was. If it was,
Oh my
you have no problems with that, right?
Please refrain from flying off the handle, Detective. There's no need for such theatrics.
Listen to your boss, Detective. He understands what I'm saying here. That girl's the only one who could have committed the crime, and for one simple reason.
Reason for suspicion.
It's pretty obvious that Miss Bird snuck into your room using the master key. I mean, if Detective Gumshoe isn't the one who opened the door, then that leaves only Miss Bird as our prime suspect. On top of which, she knows our good detective, doesn't she? Make it all the more probable that she was the one who faked the dying message.
So you're saying she used the master key?
Incredibly incriminating evidence, wouldn't you say?
That's what you claimed about the evidence earlier as well.
That was then. This is now. The flow of a good match always changes during a rally. This is a prosecution. This ain't not an Olympic sport, man. It's all about your reflexes and reaction time, especially for an athlete like me. Stop
I wonder
praising
if
the
there was
sun, my
anything-
guy. Sorry.
I wonder if there was anyone else other than Miss Bird who could have used the master key. It seems that the only way to get Mr. Portsman to give me more details is to press him. Yeah.
Yep, now you need to press him.
Hold it!
Are you sure Miss Bird is the only member of security who could have used the master key?
There's only one person on staff at this time of night, and tonight she's it. Isn't that right, Miss Bird?
That's true, but But I wasn't able to use the master key at the time of the crime, sir.
Able to. What's that supposed to mean?
Yes, yes. Moving on. I'd hate to get sidetracked by something unrelated, but that is related.
What do you mean unrelated? I want to hear what she has to say, pal.
But you can't really trust her not to tell lies. Plus, I hate wasting time.
Should I hear Miss Bird out?
Yeah, obviously. Fuck
Yeah.
this guy.
Not so fast. I, too, am interested in hearing what Miss Bird has to say.
Can I just say it'd be a waste of time? We don't need to hear her lies.
I'll be the judge of that. Miss Bird, if you please.
I discovered the master key was missing at around 1 a.m., sir.
What do you mean by missing?
As in, wasn't there anywhere in the security booth, sir. The killer must have stolen it.
Oh my god.
Mr. Portsman, I believe this to be an important piece of testimony, don't you?
I can't believe that someone like you would be taken by such words.
I'm not lying, sir.
Objection!
If that's the case, then I'd like to know why you have the master key now.
I don't quite know. Just reappeared all of a sudden, sir.
Ha! A likely story. Sure proof that the key was stolen to begin with. I mean, isn't there usually a security camera at security? I bet you just forgot where you put it and then found it again.
I never lose things. I can practically guarantee that. Me? If there's something, if something disappears, usually because someone stole it. Yeah, pal. Trust me. You don't want to test just how bad her luck is. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't deem this piece of testimony as conclusive.
Unfortunately for her, her bad luck is really terrible because in the second game, she appears in many trials, and every time she has bad luck with losing items or being accused, it's really terrible. She's like the punching bag of the second game.
Poor thing.
Glad you agree, Mr. Edgeworth.
But you still haven't established Maggie's motive for breaking into Mr. Edgeworth's office.
Her motive? Didn't we already establish that it was theft?
You just said that it was theft to cover up murder, dickhead.
The culprits clearly went through the bookshelves and at least tried the safe.
It is as Mr. Portsman says, Detective. I can't ignore the fact that all the evidence points towards a motive of theft. But I'm done taking blows. It's time to counterattack with a few facts of my own.
Oh, this is funny. How does he know about the wipe down safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't know where the safe is.
Yeah.
Sir.
Objection!
I love his little head tap. Do you wish to continue insisting that Miss Bird was set on stealing something?
Why not? It's the truth, after all. It's also by your logic that we came to the whole theory conclusion anyway.
That may be, but you must also be aware of the fact that the safe is a secret safe. The existence of which is only privy to prosecutors. I find it a little hard to believe that a hidden safe was part of her cunning plan.
But she could have found it by accident while she was turning everything else upside down.
I highly doubt that. I'd say the culprit knew exactly what they were looking for. After all, only the bookshelf and the safe were targeted.
There you go to make weird noises, no tech.
Oh, I guess my mic didn't pick it up because I did make a weird noise.
Ah, okay. It didn't pick it up though. Yeah, even I didn't know about the safe, pal. That means there's no way Mega could have known about it either.
Then, are you proposing that the killer is a prosecutor?
Interesting conclusion. That's definitely looking more and more probable. What's wrong, prosecutor? Do you have a different suspect in mind now?
I... Curses! Why, what made you...
What's with your angry face all of a sudden?
It's all my fault.
What do you mean?
It's Jim. He knew about the existence of the secret safes.
What did you just say?
We were partners, like inseparable conjoined twins. That's why I told him I filled him in on the secret safes.
And that means...
Yeah, I know. I had only just told him too. Obviously, it was wrong of me to tell him. I still can't quite believe it, but the thief who broke into your room was probably Jim.
Now he's claiming that the victim was the thief.
And you were simply trying to stop him, weren't you? Miss Maggie Bird?
Excuse me?
I mean, you are a security guard, right? That's your job. Man, this guy trying to gaslit gatekeep girl boss here.
Exactly.
But killing is going a bit too far even in your risky profession.
What the? You're still accusing Maggie of murder?
Yes and no. I mean, she had stumbled upon Jim, who had probably drawn his gun. I get it. It was self-defense, wasn't it?
No, I couldn't. I could never do something like that. Not even as a security guard, sir. Plus, if he was the thief, he wouldn't have the key to this office.
Which is precisely why he had to steal it, wouldn't you say? It was Jim who stole the master key. Pretty impossible for a supposedly stolen key to be here with us unless... Well, unless you retrieved it from Jim after you killed him.
Mr. Portsman, are you honestly accusing your own partner of being a thief?
I don't want to admit it, but it's the only way for everything else to make sense.
Has he no honor?
Now then, I think we're done here. The investigation waits for no man. Would you people be so kind as to see yourselves out?
You can't kick us out. This is Mr. Edgeworth's office.
But I'm the one who's been assigned to this case. You're all suspects to varying degrees, and therefore ineligible to run the show.
Listen, pal, how many times do I have to say this? Maggie can't be the culprit!
Detective Gumshoe, calm yourself.
Sir!
We have no choice but to accommodate his request, for now.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. At least one of you understands. Now then, if you could remove yourselves from my crime scene, I'd be most grateful.
Mark my words, Mr. Portsman, we will meet again.
If that's a formal request from the legendary prosecutor himself, then I suppose so. Now, don't disappoint me, you hear?
To be continued.
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, we can continue still.
We can continue, but I need to take a bathroom break real quick.
Yeah, sure. Gonna do that.
I will be right back.
Hi. We're here then.
Actually, bathroom break. Probably good for me to hear that.
Oh, okay. Everyone is having a bathroom break. Except for me. I don't need it at the moment. But yeah. So far, so good. The case is pretty interesting. Who is the culprit? We already know from the intro, but how are we going to make him talk or talk him into a corner? We'll see soon enough. As for now, though, how is everyone doing still in the chat? Everyone's still holding up? Everyone enjoying themselves? At least I hope so. At that moment, it's kind of funny how to it's kind of funny how to hear everyone else like playing the main characters and whatnot, and I am filling the sub roles. It's nice, a nice change, and I got to like use a few other voices. Though Gumshoe's voice is a little bit straining in my voice. I should tone him down a little bit, tiny bit. Let me check stuff.
Okie doke.
Oh,
Return.
You've returned. Welcome back.
Hey. Thank you.
Now we need to wait for no tech, and then it's everyone fine.
Oh,
And
did
it's all good. Cheat.
They also okay.
Yeah, I think everyone's all went to the trade break.
That's fine.
More than fine. It's great.
It was a good time for a break, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So what do you think of the case so far?
I mean, I like the dynamic that the two have.
Gumshoe and Edward?
It's very funny, yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. Despite Edgeworth kinda treating it a little bit
Yeah,
poorly.
he's so mean. He's so mean.
Well, he's still pretty good to his detective now.
Yeah, he is good too. He does protect them. He's doing good.
Mm-hmm. Ba-da-bum.
I'm back.
Hello.
Welcome back. Well, we're complete then. Now let's continue then. What's with that prosecutor? Can't believe how rude he was. It was unbelievable.
Please maintain your professionalism, detective.
Gonna find the real solid evidence proving Maggie's innocence. You'll see, sir. But he'd be kicked out of the crime scene, sir. True. So then, what now? Looks like my life has fallen into yet another gigantic ditch.
Do not despair, Miss Bird. We can overcome this as well. There are many other places and things we should be looking into anyway.
Ah, really, sir?
For example, this hallway. The linchpin of his argument against Miss Bird is related to the Master Key. In that case, this hallway is the perfect place to look for more information. Regarding the mystery surrounding my door.
Ah.
Why is there a basketball hoop and a prosecutor office?
What is a basketball doing here?
That's Mr. Portsman Price's position, sir. I heard he also plays soccer, dodgeball, and even even tennis.
And not a single one of those sports is suitable to be played in hallway.
Here, you can voice him as well. Good.
What was his voice again? It looks like you're in quite a pinch, Mr. Edgeworth. Fucking hate him. To be sure. Oh, wait, fuck. I was almost gonna do.
To be sure, a murder within the walls of the prosecutor's office is no trifling matter. We must find, apprehend, and punish the killer accordingly, post-haste.
Sounds like a messy case you've got on your hands. If you ever feel lost and need some advice, my door is always open.
How gracious. I will keep your offer in mind. Who is this guy again? Is everything all right?
Yes, sir. If you must know, I weighed myself this morning and I'm finally at 154 pounds.
Good for you, buddy.
Congratulations. But I was asking about this hallway and this room.
Oh, everything's okay, sir.
A word of advice, stay focused, or you may start to lose even more weight. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Oh,
I see
right,
one
there it
thing
is.
already.
yatta.
It's...
Ah, it's the missing oath series file, sir.
no doubt about it. The bloody letters mark it clear as day. There seem to be a few pages missing. Our thief took only what was necessary and left the rest behind.
So what is the oath series files about, sir? I guess there's something worth stealing then, huh?
Not particularly. It's just a collection of court case files. However, the cases within these files are not mine.
Huh?
They belong to the High Prosecutor that used to occupy my current office. I have my reasons. Let's just say I was charged with keeping them as they were.
And that means the thief must have wanted the file for a specific reason, right?
It would seem so. Only the pages related to that case from 10 years ago are missing.
What is it with cases from 7 to 10 years ago?
I wonder why anyone would care about such an old case. Yeah, it's always a reoccurring thing in Ace Attroney, huh?
Ah, yes, this case from 10 years ago. Oh, this case from 7 to 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
A well-crafted, high-quality sofa for visitors. Stitching is excellent.
I think Ace Attorney 1 also had a case of like 10 years ago.
Oh my lord.
Or was it 20? Still years ago. Ace Attorney 2 was kind of fresh air. Ace Attorney 3 returned to like cases from the past again. So yeah. Talk about a luxury luxury waiting area. Those babies are also great for napping, you know.
You would sleep even out here, Detective. In a hallway.
Whatever I do, I always wind up dreaming about giving testimony up to the stand. But I always end up and the same way, me getting torched by a lawyer. Isn't it awful?
Maybe I should give it a try sometime. To envision myself winning, naturally.
We can check everything here. We have anything else? No, we don't have anything that.
Have we checked the basketball hoop?
I don't think we need to check that, right? We'll see.
I was wondering if I may speak with you for a bit concerning this case.
I've always been a big fan of the courtroom, but this... It's like a dream. Dream where I'm being cross-examined by the mouse Edward.
I can't let this chance pass me by. I must remember to ask her about the master key. I should jog her memory by showing my notes to her with X.
Oh, thank you, Athena. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Raiders. I'm Peter Fire Charmer, your ringmaster and magician of the Fire Charm Circus. Currently playing Ace Attorney Night, my friends. And we are all we're all voicing Ace Attorney investigations today. Let me shout you out real quick. Hey, why is my shout out not working correctly? I was shouting myself out or something. Ads?
I think it's because you didn't do the ads.
Yeah, I did. There we go. Ha ha ha. Ooh, you were playing Final Fantasy 14? Didn't know you played. How far are you?
That's 16.
Oh, 16. Oh, sorry. Roman numeral. I always, whenever... I've been confusing 16 and 15 so many times. Just the position of the I suppose.
Yeah, I before V is.
Oh yeah. I know the Roman numericals. I've been a fan of Final Fantasy for ages, so I know their. For some reason, at the moment, I keep confusing them. Yeah, how are you enjoying it? How far are you? I played like 15 like ages ago. Didn't beat it though. So I probably do that in my own time. 12 hours in, damn. Oh yeah, the story is definitely amazing.
Yeah, 16 is really fun.
Anyway, I'll continue with questioning her.
Yeah. Have you ever met the victim before?
You're ready to run if you're passing out. Okay, have a nice rest, Athena.
Take care,
Well.
Connie.
Well, I've seen him a couple of times before. I had to go to Mr. Portsman's office. Mr. Faith was always playing basketball with Mr. Portsman, sir. That sounds like fun. Just once, I'd love to play with them. Sounds like fun, but the only person ever taking a shot was Mr. Portsman. All Mr. Faith ever did was pass him the ball, sir. On second thought, I think I'd have to fit in. I think I'd have fit in. In all that well with them. Yeah.
Miss Maggie Bird, correct? I take it that you are an acquaintance of the detective.
She was under my supervision back when she was still in the force, sir. One day she got caught up in a murder and things started going down here, so she quit. But I owe a lot to Detective Konshu for introducing me to my current employer. So I thought until a few days ago. Right before I was about to clock out for the night.
You got caught up in this whirlwind of a case, correct?
Don't you worry. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck failures. I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed almost every test I've taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster. But now, I even managed to be named the criminal, just when I become a security guard.
That's a lot to go through in one lifetime.
I know. It's just when I thought I finally found my happiness, I wind up getting you and Detective Gumshoe involved into my bad luck.
You don't need to worry about me, Miss Bird, nor do you need to worry about yourself. I will solve this case and prove your innocence. All I ask in return is for your cooperation.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. You can count on me. I'll do all I can help. I will do all to help you. Let's present her with some things. The key, for example.
So when did you discover that the master key was missing?
By the time I realized, I think it was about 1 a.m., sir. And I noticed it was back around 2:30 a.m. It was just sitting there at the ledge where the security room's reception window is. But I'm sure between those 2 times it was not just gone but stolen, sir.
Why is such an important key stored in such an insecure place?
It's not like that, sir. We always keep it further inside the room anyway, away from the window.
Always, you say. Except for this time, correct?
Well, I was a bit careless. But I had my reasons. I left out because it was I was using it at the time. It was after I used it, and that I left it sitting out on the ledge.
You used the master key. What did you mean by you used the master key?
Oh, I had to use it to open the door for this prosecutor who had forgotten his key. I mean, it's my job as security guard, right? Oh.
What is it?
That's right, I remembered. The prosecutor who forgot his key was Mr. Portsman, sir.
What? Please tell me more, Miss Bird. Quickly.
It was around 12 a.m. Mr. Portsman had forgotten his office key. I came to down with security, sir.
And that's when you loaned the master key to him.
No way! That's against regulations to loan the master key out to anyone. I walked with Mr. Portsman to his office and opened the door for him personally, sir.
I see.
And then, what happened after that? Well, he called for me to come close up to his office as he was leaving to go home. It was around 1:30 a.m., I think.
So, in summary, for the sake of one forgetful prosecutor, you used the master key twice tonight.
Talk about suspicious.
I doubt you can say that. I doubt you can say that you've never left your keys at home, Detective. I think this calls for a thorough examination of Mr. Portsman's door.
My foot's falling asleep.
What is a basketball hoop doing here?
Didn't you used to be outside next to the building a long time ago?
So when and why was it moved indoors?
I don't remember exactly, but I saw one of the officers drag it up here recently.
Drag it?
I heard it wouldn't fit in the elevator, so the poor guy had to bring it himself.
All the way up to the 12th floor.
Poor guy.
Poor guy, indeed.
That's a lot of stairs to
That's a
drag
lot
to
of stairs.
Uh-huh.
Especially if it's a spiral staircase.
Yeah.
Room 1203. Take it that this is Mr. Portsman's office.
Yeah. You can't mistake it because it was because of the basketball hoop, sir. Oh, but that reminds me. Mr. Portsman had actually wanted room 1202 really badly. Since you were already occupying it, sir, Mr. Edgeworth, we put him next door, sir.
So, why was Mr. Portsman so particular about getting room 1202?
I'm not sure, but I bet it's because of something like his birthday is December 2nd. Yep, it's gotta be it. Can't think about any reason why.
I can think of at least 3. Ugh, why am I even wasting time thinking about this? The door's locked tight.
The old credit card trick wouldn't work here, Mr. Edgeworth.
This is the office of a high prosecutor, Detective. These doors would be pretty ineffective if the average cat burglar could get through them.
Ah! So I guess if only a great cat burglar could get in. That must be who the culprit is.
Might I advise you to return that conclusion to whatever pawn shop you bought it from? A minimalist yet classy door made of top quality wood.
It's kind of majestic too. Fits it really well with the ambience of the prosecutor's offices. Even Mr. Portsman seems dignified just because he works behind one of these.
Nonsense. A man doesn't become more or less dignified because of where he works.
He still seems more dignified than Mr. Payne.
Mr. Payne? I suppose custodial work can also be dignified.
Wow.
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 Damn.
This is a postman for Portsman's personal basketball hoop.
I can't believe he put something like this in the hallway of a prosecutor's office.
You know, it's actually pretty useful, sir. I haven't gotten lost trying to get to your office ever since I've been here.
Long have I had the same office, and yet you still managed to get lost?
Do we have anything that we can bind together?
Wait, when was the Master Key stolen? Approximately 1 a.m. until 2:30, and when was the Master Key used? Yes, they would have to go together. Miss Bird, I'm afraid there's a flaw in your story.
What? No way, pal. I mean, sir.
You said that you locked up Mr. Portsman's office at around 1:30 a.m., correct? However, the Master Key had already been stolen at that time.
Wow. Nothing gets by you, Mr. Edgeworth. You saw that contradiction like a pro. I had totally forgotten about that. But thanks to you, I remember it now. You're right. It was around that time I realized the Master Key was missing.
And?
Well, I'm a security guard, sir. I couldn't just admit losing my Master Key, couldn't I? So I pretended to lock up his room, sir.
You pretended?
Yeah, I used my house key and made it look like I was locking up, sir.
So in actuality, you never did relock the door, then?
Well, I thought that maybe I could go lock it after I found the key. Come to think of it, I guess the door still hasn't been locked properly.
So we can get in, huh?
You can just barge right into our room, we can just barge right into his.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get some more evidence in his room, shall we?
1202. These 4 numbers on a number plate alone proclaim this to be my office.
Whoops, hey! These number plates slide right out, sir.
They have to be able to take the plate off when a room becomes vacant, you know. Although, the idea that it can be so easily removed is kind of...
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
I don't see any signs of forced entry.
Just move a freaking post and switch out 2 like numbers and you have... And according to the guard, there are no signs that the lock was picked either, sir.
Meaning that the door really was opened with a key.
Oh yeah, because his room was still locked and the keys... Yeah, so somebody swapped the numbers.
And moved
Did
a
you
like...
happen to ask if any prints were lifted from the doorknob?
Apparently the doorknob's clean as a whistle. Wipe, they think.
Whoever this thief is, they did a good job of not leaving any clues behind.
Okay.
Oh, I think he passed something.
Really?
Yeah, I think you passed the line. It's sturdily made, making it near impossible to break in by force.
It's almost majestic, sir. I wish I could be as steadily as this door.
Only Gumshoe would praise a door as something greater than himself. Being a detective has its own rewards, a certain virtuous value, I think. If you live up to your full potential, there's a poignant trait that anyone can admire.
I see. You're saying, sir, I see what, so you're saying, sir, that me being me is the best thing I could do for everyone.
Right.
It was a long pause. Wasn't exactly reassuring, sir. Okay. So, what now? Let's see. We have other places to be. We already talked there. We need to bind some... No. Maybe present this.
Yeah.
I have to open Mr. Portsman's office up for him a number of times before. I also had the chance to see inside of his office on a number of occasions too. He's got shelves upon shelves of sports memorabilia, trophies, and awards in it. To the point where they're almost beyond gaudy, sir. And I feel, I just feel that way because I'm jealous, since I don't even have a single one. Don't say that, Maggie. I'll make sure make a special Guard of the Month reward just for you. Thanks for trying, but I've already got a mountain of consolation prizes, sir. That proof just how unbelievably unlucky my life has been. Plus, getting a word from you just isn't the same as getting a real reward, sir.
Oh.
I know, right? Do we need to present other stuff to here then? Maybe. This is not the line for it. Okay, this is all nuts. We have other evidence together then. We still have evidence here?
I bet the thief's not under here.
I guess there is enough space for anyone to hide under there anyway. I mean, if someone could contort themselves to fit, I'd be really impressed.
Sounds to me like somebody's already tried at least once before.
Well, I can ask Gumshoe.
Detective Gumshoe, you look rather intrigued by something. Care to share?
Nah, it's nothing. I noticed that Mr. Portsman calls him his partner, Jim. The detective in the in that Sunday night drama. All my cops is named Jim too. But one of them is a big fan of that show.
You seem to know a little something about it yourself. I take it you watch it too.
Of course. The tight bond friendship between prosecutor and detective is great, sir. But it's nothing compared to the super strong friendship we have.
Aww.
Friendship, detective? I think you're mistaking it with pity.
How can you say that, sir? Then after all we've all been through.
Oh,
Deep into what friendship of pity? Wow.
this poor fucking man. How? Look how they massacred my boy.
Oh, poor good machine. Go ahead.
I assume you understand how to conduct investigations, Detective Gumshoe?
Of course, sir. Examine everything and anything and everything with A. By checking various things out, we can gather all sorts of evidence and information. You can even see the evidence collected with R. For information,
For information and leads, it's L.
That's it. Great job, sir. Reasonable is the way to go.
It's called deductive reasoning, Detective. Clearly something you lack. Rude.
Wow.
About Miss Bird?
No way she's the killer. Please don't tell me you buy into the accusation, sir.
Rest assured, I think she's innocent. However, I need to ask her a few things regarding her security guard position.
Well, if you're only asking, that's okay. Just stand next to her, press A. And we can, then you can talk about whatever topic you pick. When you want to ask her about evidence, all you have to do is present it to her with X. After you choose for what to show her, press X again and show it off. Show off. You two go. Okay, sorry, reach the deadline. I remember showing different people different things. You'll be surprised by what they say.
Thank you for the explanation, though I don't recall asking for one.
Oh, just so you know, sir, you can show me evidence in the same way too.
I do believe it's time to get down to business and ask some questions of Miss Bird.
Ignored again.
I was wondering about the investigation.
Oh, I've been waiting for this. Let a real seasoned pro teach you how it's done.
A real seasoned pro? Of instant noodle cuisine, perhaps.
You know,
Rude!
you know that you always check out really important spots in more detail, right?
Yes.
And if the area is too big, you can always use right button to take a look around. While right stick. But don't worry, sir. The right stick command will only show up when you need it.
I knew that as well.
And when you think there's a contradiction or something unusual, try deduction. First, you line up your cursor with the suspicious-looking area. Then press X to X, and choose your position. I mean evidence. When you set it in your piece, you gotta present it with X. Again.
I'm pretty sure I already knew that as well, Detective.
Well, if you can remember all that, then then welcome to the world of tropes. IW, Ace Investigator, class dismissed.
All I wanted was an update about the investigation.
I think Gunshu will give us extra stuff, though. Let's see. Oh. We already checked everything in the hallway, huh?
Guess so.
I think so, yeah.
I think we need to do stuff. Maybe we need to do this then.
Yeah.
Nope.
Pieces don't quite fit together right.
Yeah.
What does it want us to do? We've already, like, checked everything.
Maybe we do need to present Gunshu with something. I don't know. We'll see. The victim's gun, huh? Same model as mine.
A tool used to protect lives, yet one that can also take lives away. Those who take a gun in hand wield a great responsibility. I hope you understand that.
I don't really use my gun at all, sir. The only time I would use if I would use this baby is when I'm fighting a hood duel with a convict who look like to look ultra cool.
We're doing so well until that last bit.
Easy. Stop messing with stuff.
I had no idea you had one of these things. I mean, I thought I knew everything there is to know about you, Mr. Edgeworth. I feel like I caught a glimpse of a hidden side of you, Mr. Edgeworth.
There's a great deal you don't know about me. At least, I hope.
Now there's the loony detective one. Hey. How to proceed again? I forgot. Already got that.
Okay.
There's a mark over there. Mark over there.
We look at the evidence real quick that we got.
Right? Evan?
Did we do anything about the
Oh wait,
numbers on the door
numbers on the
that slide?
We couldn't do much with it.
It's the master key to every office in the building.
Okay, that's great insightful.
It doesn't say. Okay.
We already checked this.
Yeah.
Empty.
I mean, there's the horse print.
Hmm?
Like, the gun has a horse print, so... I don't know if that's neat information or not. I don't know
Probably
if, like, all
not.
the guns would have it. I don't know if all the guns would have, like, a brand...
I can't even
branded.
select it, so
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think.
So, never mind.
I'll need to check where the trigger is for it. I don't want to speed things along, but let's see. We already checked every single evidence with this, right?
I think so. We even talked about the master key. I'll just have to show the master key here.
Yeah, we already also talked about the door. We talked about that in an extent. Okay. just missing something.
So talk to the guard again. I'm not sure.
Another card.
Check the other door again, I guess.
He says still suspicious.
that.
Looking. Oh wait,
And
there's
the-
a deduce. There's a deduce ping.
I deduce. This spot somehow. Ooh.
Maybe this.
This location contradicts this piece of evidence.
I don't see anything wrong with it at all, sir. If it becomes true, you should think a little harder, sir. Although I don't see I don't really get it myself either. Oh, that was too rash.
In that case, I'll point out what's wrong once more for the two of you. I sense that if I look a little harder, I'll find the contradiction slumbering here.
You made a master key?
Oh, yeah, no, because if she hasn't locked it yet, then it wouldn't be locked. And they said it's locked tight, which means that the
I
signs were yeah. So we were thinking the right idea, but wait, did she just now had, which means it couldn't be locked.
So the key?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll load it for us.
So it should be the thing. She said that she hasn't been able to lock it. And she only pretended. Unless we're supposed to do it towards our door.
Is it?
Because, like, if
No,
our
we can't
door was
reduce
locked,
anything here.
Okay. I'm confused because that should be the thing. It has to be either the key or the door because, like, no other thing would make sense unless you had, like, unless it's very descriptive. It's like, oh, you have to, like, click on this. I'm not sure. So weird.
Let me look it up.
But yeah.
Let me look it up real quick.
It's based on all the we have. It's pretty much deduced that if she couldn't lock the door back up with the master key until now, then why is the door to this place locked unless the numbers were moved and she didn't unlock this door, you unlocked your door?
So I know it has to do with the fucking doors.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We were really, really, really close. To be honest.
Yeah.
We needed to do this with.
Eureka!
The
There's
gun
a contra-
involve it.
What? What'd you say?
Oh, I saw he had to choose the gun. It's like, wait, how's the
No,
gun
no, no, no.
contradictory?
It's not a gun. It's I
Okay.
selected the door on the freaking door handle.
Oh.
There's
Oh,
a
okay.
contradiction here between reality and the evidence. If what Miss Bird has said is true, then why is this door locked tight?
You know you're right.
Miss Bird, are you sure you didn't relock this door?
I'm certain of it, sir. I didn't think Mr. Portsmouth noticed himself that I hadn't.
Which means... What? Oh, sorry. That's not...
Which
that
means
wasn't
what,
my line.
sir?
There we go. It either means that he actually does have the key to his office, or that the door Mr. opened wasn't this one at all, but a completely different one.
So she opened a different door? But how can you prove that?
There's an easy way to find out. All we need to do is... we need to examine these... number plate. It's the number plate. It'll tell us all we need to know.
Anything? You really? Like what, sir?
Oh wait, is that not... is that not it?
Apparently not.
What the fuck? Consists of instant... Well, we know for sure that Detective Gumshoe's dinner will only consist of instant noodles.
Wow, that's amazing, sir. How did you know? What was supposed to be?
Alrighty.
Was that supposed to be a joke to cheer me up, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, that's it. Now then, we should get back to doing what we need to do, and that is... Never mind then.
Pinching the doorknob. Probably.
Hopefully.
Because the master key is obviously just,
Yeah.
her.
Prints on the doorknob will tell us everything.
Hey! You. Yeah, you're right. You, pal. Do us a favor and see what you can lift from this door, okay? So, did you find anything out?
There's no need for such belligerent nostril flaring, Detective.
I go ahead, Notech. Notech?
Oh, sorry. I
Forensics.
I saw forensics, so I thought you were doing it because I had officer. Oh, my bad.
It's
Sir,
fine.
I've only found Mr. Portsman's and Mr. Faye's prints on this doorknob.
So only 2 people's prints were found on this, hmm? That's pretty decisive.
Huh? Lost, sir. Lost, sir.
Thinking logically, a certain other person's prints should be on this knob as well. Whose prints should be on this doorknob? It should be Buddy's. Wait, no, which door are we at?
It needs. We're We're on the other door. We're on number 3, not 2. So.
Yeah.
2 of them are confirmed ones. We're missing one of their persons fingerprints.
Mm-hmm.
They said one was Faith and the other one was the sports guy.
I know, but I mean, like, which doorknob are we specific? Or, like, which door number is it? So I know which kind of...
1203. We're at 1203.
And
12.
1202 is Edgeworth's, right?
Yes.
So it should only be, Portsman's.
They said they already had Portsman's fingerprints. They had Portsman's and Faith's.
Mr. Faith and Portsmouth. Oh, you know what? It's missing Maggie's prints. Yeah.
I'm so good. What is my brain doing anymore?
It's because she said she helped open the.
Oh, that's right.
door.
She did. She held it.
And they only Yeah, they're missing her prints on the doorknob.
Yeah.
Take that!
That's it. God. Don't you find it odd that the prints of the person who unlocked this door are absent?
You mean?
Yes. The door that Miss Bird opened could not have been this one, but a different one. What have we here? What is this? Ah, no.
Looks like a scrap of paper. I'll get it, sir. Let's see. Has some writing on it.
Looks like a note from the victim.
I brought 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone. It looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later, buddy. Yeah, it's for Mr. Portsman. Also, what is this?
Oh, look, it looks like it's been moved.
This has been moved recently.
What's this?
What are you looking, sir? Hey! How about a game?
That's okay, Detective. I just found the position of this hoop to be a little off.
Hey, you're right, sir. It has shifted when someone made it seriously sweet slam dunk.
Positioning of the hoop is definitely unnatural. Better take note of this.
Wow, we completed it after so much trouble.
Looking around in this hallway actually paid off quite handsomely.
Huh? How so, sir?
In a variety of different ways. I think it's time we had a little chat with the real culprit of this case.
You know who the killer is? Wow, Mr. Edgeworth.
As long as my logic is sound, then yes. The mastermind behind this murder is none other than Mr. Portsman.
What? Mr. Portsman? I knew it! Exactly what my logic sense were telling me. I suspected him from the very instant he accused Maggie for being a killer, sir.
That is anything but logical. Lady and gentlemen, prepare yourselves. Come what may, it's time to knock on truth's door. Yatta.
Mr. Portsman, I finished processing the bloody letter, sir. All right, let me take a gander at it. Pass it here. Okay, looking good. You there, take good care of this. Well, if it isn't Detective Gumshoe.
And a blind for you, pal. Portsman. We've got you now.
Call off your dog, Mr. Edgeworth. Is this some kind of joke?
It's no joke. We know, Mr. Jax Portsman, that you are the guilty party in this case.
You must be pretty upset getting chased out of your own room. I'd be mad too. So I guess you could stay. You promised to stay out of our way.
You intend to hide your crime under the guise of a prosecutor doing his job. I can see right through the unsightly paper-thin mask you wear upon your cowl.
Who'd have ever thought it would come to this? Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know. Says the one that made lots of false accusations.
Mm-hmm.
Are you done trying to play mind games with me? Because they won't work. The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for, now, is explaining yourself. Although that, too, will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up.
Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. Besides, how may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here.
Sorry, but we are not finished yet.
Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something?
I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on. With evidence.
You tell me what we're pointing out.
Let's see. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind. Go one forward. Mountain of evidence that points away from you being the culprit. Okay, we'll move forward. Yes, I unlocked your door and got in here. I guess with that, we can present him with whatever evidence we have from, like, Bird that she was the one that even unlocked the door in the first place.
So,
Although,
the master
if we
key?
put, but then, yeah,
The master key or the...
I don't think the door, only because it says that her prints weren't found on the doorknob.
yeah.
Or is that the other door?
Can do this one. Because it means that if she helped him out unlocking his door,
Yeah.
why is her print's not on there?
Oh, okay.
So it is our door. Probably.
Objection!
Nope.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
had a
after the
feeling, I'm like,
key.
that's probably not it. It
Yeah,
might
I
be the
was
key
thinking
then,
the
yeah.
key, and then it's like, but she had the key, and then you showed the door as the evidence that she did not
Oh, yeah,
unlock his
probably.
room. Oh, don't grab anything. Sorry.
Objection!
Yeah, it is the key. Naturally, how do you open doors with keys?
Yeah.
I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
Wait. Hold on for a second. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know.
Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. That's right. You used your finger to direct this person to open my door with this
Take
key.
that!
You would ask Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes?
Yeah, I kind of forgot my key at home. Happens a bit too often for my taste, you know?
But the room you had Miss Bird open at the time was not your own, was it?
What?
You have quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we?
I'm certain it was Mr. Portsman's door, sir. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening it right there, sir.
See, Miss Bird backs up my story.
Yet, what if you had misled her? To fool her into thinking what you wanted?
And how do you suppose I did that?
By switching the number plates on our doors, for example.
That's right. They do slide slide out pretty easily.
Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. What was it that Mr. Portsman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room?
The basketball
If-
hoop.
Basketball hoop.
Yeah.
Take that!
What? The basketball hoop, sir?
It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually... which is why it left an... unusually?
Unusual. Oh.
What the fuck? Okay, so it wasn't my fault, it was...
Yeah.
Unusual.
Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. It's an object perfectly suited to sit just outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor.
That's very true, sir. Because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought it was the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's.
There are signs that the hoop had been moved. To sit in front of my office, to be sure.
I see. So that's how you threw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me.
So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he?
I'm a pure and innocent as my jacket. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. Wow, class.
My jacket is not dirty. I'll have you know, I just washed it yesterday.
Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Oh, wait a minute, someone just got home.
Blankets? Oh, did he just BRB because of that? Gotcha.
Guess it's like somebody just got home, so.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know it was an immediate like BRB.
Oh, yeah, that.
Okay.
Hey,
There's Coots.
I know that you were saying that someone goes home, but I didn't know that you were going to greet them.
No, well, it's mostly just saying like, hey, don't knock on my door.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
Don't bother me. I'm in the middle of something. That's all.
Gotcha.
fair.
Pretty much almost done.
Good.
Nice. So, what do we do, Coots?
Okay. Let's just go through everything once. Just spouting nonsense. I think we're open. Okay. Keep going. I was in my room the entire time. Keep going. Alright, so it has to be him in his room the entire time.
Hold it!
And what were you doing in your office?
I was doing my usual training regimen.
Training regimen. You're going through your law books from start to finish.
Mainly batting practice in some ways. Oh, and I jog when I get the chance.
Wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor I have.
the weakest legal muscles, it would seem.
I was doing my usual workout, so
Let's press this one.
Had her open my door. What was the one before that?
now you're just going to the sides.
Okay, so it has to be the second one then. We have
Yeah.
to, like...
Hold it!
Because we do have that door evidence
Yeah,
where there's no fingerprints.
using the master key, of course.
Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right?
Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you.
Okay, we just need to present the door evidence then here, because Mr. Bryce says he unlocked it, but the door lacks her prints. The door knob.
Yep.
Exactly.
Objection!
Hi, Soph.
Hi, Seth.
Having a good stream so far. How are you doing?
I had your door dusted for prints.
My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time.
You're right. I didn't find anything. And definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints.
Her prints? What did they have to do with anything?
Let's put it this way. If she was really the one that opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched.
Did it pick up or no?
Yes.
Well, yeah,
Alright.
yeah, I picked up. I was reading Salva's Matches Good, help the player create, but it's able to if RPG character missed beginning of the game. Ah, okay. You hope the player is really satisfied with their character.
Further, all of the prints on my office door's knob have been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it.
Objection!
But it doesn't change the fact that I was in my room the entire time.
Is that really a fact, or is it fiction?
Hey, would I lie to you?
Clearly. I have here proof that you were not in your room the entire time as you claim.
We just
The paper, yeah.
Take that!
Yeah.
This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsmouth.
A note?
It was left under your door, or did you not notice? And right here it says, "But you're out." You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then, where were you and what were you doing? Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. But Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. And I had the misfortune of a turn when I did. You had to threaten me as you escaped. As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office.
What's so funny, pal?
That look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office finest prosecutor. Sorry. As he makes a huge mistake in accusing me and simply is too much to bear. There's just nothing else like it in the world.
What?
Mr. Edwards just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit the crime already.
And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my door for prints? Well, I can readily confess I had wiped that knob down well. But I still had your prints on it. I'm a little obsessive compulsive, you see. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched. Which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim's and my own prints would be on there.
I thought Jim's prints weren't on it to begin with.
Yeah, no, it was.
Oh, okay.
You made it up just now, didn't you?
Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly what that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example.
Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway?
Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse.
And that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way I didn't notice a note that size.
Ah, but you can't prove that, can you?
Say something, Mr. Ashworth. Back me up here, sir.
Portsman makes a good point. Can't prove that he didn't simply overlook it.
Besides, I have an airtight alibi.
Airtight, you say?
I only just realized I had one as we were talking. I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had just told you sooner.
You think?
You think? I just thought about it again. Uh-huh.
If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi.
Do you really think it's that perfect?
Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself.
Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir. I'll go check the alibi, sir. Right back. Mr. Edwards, sir, I think we're in trouble. Just like what Mr. Portsman said. The guys down at Criminal Affairs said they saw him around 2 a.m.
You see?
All of the evidence points to him being the culprit. So there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere.
Buckets? What do we do?
Oh wait, it's okay. Oh, I thought you wanted me to read it again. My bad.
No. I said, well, Coots, what do we do?
Alright, memory serves, you come back to this office at around 2 a.m. Continue. And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation. Okay, continue. Exactly that time I was down in criminal affairs. Exactly at 2. What was the time that she claimed to have let him in?
Oh.
If we're even able to, we might not be able to find it from this.
No, not from this.
Body was at 205.
We can just press all the things.
Wait a minute. He
Yeah.
says the body's like the death was at 205, correct?
Mm-hmm. Or
Yes.
yeah, it was was found at 205. Yeah.
It was found at 205. Okay. So he was dead before then.
Mm-hmm.
So then we could press that as like a, oh, well, we only found him then. That doesn't mean he was dead then.
Hmm.
Although, wait, no, that's not quite right, because that wouldn't... Okay, let's just
Well,
continue.
I mean, he would have been dead before 205 because
Yes. But he was still there, like, putting Edgeworth at gunpoint, so
Mhm.
that's the flaw in that plan, that idea.
Yeah.
You are correct. It was around 2 a.m.
Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time.
I remember checking my watch then. Make no mistake, it was 2.
Oh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, so you came back to your office at 2.
Hold it!
It is as you say, however.
Yes, however, you're the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw?
It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see.
Objection!
Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you?
I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated here.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you remember or not. It only matters that you ran into the culprits.
Hold it!
So you paid the Criminal Affairs Department a visit.
Yep, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight up for the precinct.
Precinct.
Precinct. Okay.
You got it.
Hold it!
It just sounded weird to me. How it was spelled.
Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony.
And it was just as I said, right?
Yes, sir. A number of detectives said that they saw you at the around that time.
See, I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve.
Possible. Actually does have the perfect alibi.
What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face?
Can't you
where's
say
that other
anything
gun
back at
still?
Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we've reached the end of the line, and it's time to get off this crazy train. You there.
Sir.
Please escort the young lady out. But remember, be
Detective Gumshoe.
Is there nothing I can do? Must be a way to turn this situation around. If only I had a clue. Did I miss something that can help me cast doubt on his alibi? I need to calmly think this through one more time, and with logic. Okay. So,
hey.
Intruder I met could not have been him, then who could it have been?
Well, I mean, there's
Another
nothing that. I mean, that's what I was thinking of. Like, he didn't bring up the other gun. And why would he be down there unless he was maybe turning in the handgun?
At least that's my theory.
Oh, yeah. Check files twice, once before. Yeah. It would have to be the other hand, because I doubt it's the files.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because it was shot twice. The gun was.
Yeah. Well, a gun was shot.
Yeah.
There were two shots, but only one bullet.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. One that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. Which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight.
Be right back real quick.
Aye, aye.
Okay. Can continue as long as there's no lines for criminal tech, right?
Okay. Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder.
There you go, I'm back.
So it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it. And once again after the murder by our second culprit. Who was the owner of the second gun? If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back,
Objection!
Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case.
Great. So you finally come to your senses.
Edgeworth? Sir, what are you trying to say?
This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case.
What do you mean?
The person I ran into was just your average thief.
A thief? But sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts?
Not at all. It simply means that the killer was someone else. And it means that in actuality, 2 culprits stole into my office tonight.
What do you mean, two?
It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office.
Objection!
Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know.
If you could please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. In the end, if you really are innocent, you should have nothing to worry about. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and then ransacked my shelves. This is the first time.
So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right?
Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith?
Have a nice rest, South.
Take yourself.
Why did Mr. Faith come into the room, sir?
He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess.
Oh, but because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into the office to check it out.
Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. Sorry.
But when he came in... Oh, this is Brian.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't realize
Okay.
myself first either.
You're fine.
But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there.
Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him. Then... he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind.
Such a complicated troublemaker, you know that.
Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room. This is where it gets complicated.
There was another?
Visitor, sir?
Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so... they stole the master's key from the security guard's room. And then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize.
Solo no foul, right, sir?
Correct. Only, just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun, and made their escape. second bullet was fired during that brief encounter.
So the shell's getting messed up twice on two bullets. It's all become two different people who are doing those things at two different times.
Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief, and was not, in fact, Mr. Fate's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit.
Objection!
What's so funny, pal?
Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything.
Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth, after all.
But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. But there is still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. Your superstition that I was the first visitor.
Mr. Edgeworth, we can't let him get away with that, sir.
But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point.
Don't say that, sir. I don't believe this. Don't you worry, Maggie. I'll do anything I must.
You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. The thief you ran into should be your real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I had to repeat myself, but I've already said I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left.
So you think we should be out there looking for the thief?
Of course, isn't that the time to be having these dead-end discussions?
I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Okay. Okay. Should be out there looking for the thief right now. They might still be nearby. Can't repeat myself, as I already said I was in the training room. I mean, they couldn't have hidden under the seat because it's too small.
Yeah.
But according to Mr. Faith's note...
Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left that note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered? But neither does...
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
I don't
No. You see, so it's just again that I was in my office the entire time.
Hold it!
Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith?
Ah, that's because he said he was tired and was going to take a quick nap.
Fucking where, dog?
You know those sofas in the hallway, he likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits.
And what of the evidence he brought?
They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Oh, there's a contradiction. Oh, sorry. You're the prosecutor at this.
Mhm.
Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks.
Yep.
Point still heard, though.
Mm-hmm.
Brought me 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Okay, well,
3.
let's see what we've got.
Well, the letter said
There's 3.
pieces of
Yeah,
evidence.
3. They're the letter.
Yeah.
Objection!
Only 2 pieces. I believe the proper phrase here is you fail.
Excuse me?
You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me.
What are you talking about? I haven't hid anything from you.
Bullshit! Well, here's a piece I think you should read carefully.
Ah! It says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces.
Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman.
I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic. Arithmetic, but
Where is the missing piece of evidence?
it's...
You don't have it, do you? Or you have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. That was way off on that sentence. Holy shit.
It's fine. You got there in the end.
Detective Gumshoe.
You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe.
What? Don't come any closer, I'm warning you.
It's all part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me.
No.
Hey, what's this? Get this on him, sir.
Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide.
Why would you hide something like that?
There's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's blood, isn't it?
Wow. Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us.
Damn, hiding evidence like that.
Yeah.
His blood is still fresh.
I mean, it might be Detective Faith's blood.
Oh, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, really, no?
No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto this video.
Yeah, it's totally suspicious.
was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have his videotape on his personage when you killed him?
You know very well there's no way to prove that.
Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints? If I had to take a guess, I'd say that the only ones on here would belong to the murderers, you and Mr. Faith.
No! Impossible! I'm...
Oh my god!
I like how I might cut out as I was doing the E's.
Mr. Portsman has been placed under arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir.
Very good.
And the results we got back from the lab techs and the tape turned out to be a real solid, sir. Blood work came back with, and it has definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were also able to lift a few Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well.
Thank you so much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cold deduction skills outside of the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir.
It was nothing. Just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies.
That's nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean... Consider myself lucky that was only a part of a burglary and a murder this time, sir. Could have been in a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from goddess of misfortune to unlucky person.
Something tells me that we should have hired a different person for security detail.
You know something, sir? Mr. Portsman really was a corrupt prosecutor.
And why would you say he was corrupt?
I heard there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of his evidence he uses are forged, sir.
Forged evidence, huh?
And they say that he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for really vague reasons.
Oh, that guy is a complete disgrace to the entire profession.
We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office.
Yeah, whenever we got near the topic, it just clamped up.
Although we can be pretty certain that it was to steal something.
This is just between me and you, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes.
Oh? Well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of this.
And Mr. Portsman isn't a bad guy?
I didn't say that, but rather that there are still many more mysteries for us to solve. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence.
Oh, series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Case files, yeah.
Take that!
That one. The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night.
I wonder who it was.
And what happened to the stolen pages. I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint?
Oh, yeah, no tech.
Oh yeah, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Yes?
I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir.
This card.
What is it, sir? There's a bird or something on there.
It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven. A three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, Detective.
Oh, it's about that thing, isn't it? The great thief everyone is talking about.
Yes, it is the mark of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yatagarasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yatagarasu appears and vanishes at will. Although we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the targets. The Yatagarasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings in all sorts. Theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media. Along with this single card. Although it has been a while since the Yatagarasu's last appearance.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look at something look, something's written on the back.
What? Let me see.
I would have thought that they would check the backs first. The location of where where the thief put the stolen files.
So the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu. Organization. Quite a few key words are popping up in this mystery. The murder in my office. The return of the great thief, Yatagarasu. Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. For they were heralded by the incidents that began to... Oh my god, holy shit. My whole mouth just stopped working.
That's fine.
For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago.
Mystery thickens. Well, that's the end of the first episode.
Yada!
That's all.
Yippee!
Didn't even know that there was a sound bite like that.
That was just me going.
Yippee!
Yeah, that wasn't a soundbite for either of us.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
It was actually us.
I was like, damn. Almost thought that it was the game.
No. We're just that good.
Turnabout Airlines is next. What's this for next time?
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
for not next time, but you know, another time from whenever we pick up this game.
Yeah.
Whenever. That was a nice way to actually do something Ace Attorney related and not like exclude goods on the unfolding of our final case, Apollo Justice.
Mhm.
So yeah, found it nice. Found it a good reason to get that going.
Yeah.
Oof. Man, oh man, that was quite something.
Oh yeah.
And you
that
guys-
door puzzle was a bit confusing.
It wasn't even a puzzle. It was just like annoying because you needed this one specific. You needed to find out that you needed to actually like use deduction on that. And sure, it says so in the top screen, but sometimes you just don't notice it. I
When we figured out the deduction, it's like, oh, okay, so we need to talk about the door. Oh no, that was wrong. We're supposed to talk about the key. Nope, apparently not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was quite something. Yeah, that was. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had that as well.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Mm-hmm. So, that's it for us. Do you guys still have something to plug before we end it here?
Nope. At least not me.
Let's see. I know I'm gonna be participating in a celebration tomorrow. But also I am gonna be afterwards celebrating my stream anniversary tomorrow.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I got the weighted thing ready to go. Weighted vest. That's the word I was looking for.
Well, everyone check out OTech tomorrow then. As for me, I'll be having a collab with Nate C tomorrow on her channel. Keep an eye on that out on that. And yeah, going to end our show here. For those with us on Twitch, we're going to raid someone, and I'll send you over to an artist to have you guys relax on that. Hopefully they're not gonna raid anytime soon. You'll never know.
Never know.
You'll never know. But anyway, we're going to... Oh, that was the wrong raid message.
I didn't know we had the
Stream-
raid message ready.
It was... I wanted to do the raid and then the raid message afterwards, but yeah, you know. Here you go, the raid message, the sub-raid message. For those rating is on Twitch, and for YouTube we're just ending it, yeah. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you guys next show. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.